Selling hurts. Selling hurts, guys. Let's take a look real quick here. Share my screen. Let's take a look here at the chart. We can see here. We can see here our PFS coin. There was some selling taking place earlier today, and the price went from $1 million, I'm not a million, but $100,000 down to $6,000. And I'm going to show you exactly what happened here. You notice that we've already started to recover quickly from that. So anyway, we'll get back up there soon enough. But the bottom line is there was some selling that took place here. So here's what happened, guys. This guy here, by the way, our executive team, their number one task that they do is they send me reports on any selling activities. So anytime that there's coins being sold, I get a report on it day and night, 24 hours a day. So I know exactly what's going on. So anyway, this person here, they had about 7% of a coin. Okay, this is the username here. That's their wallet. They had about 7% of a coin, and then they sold the whole thing, that 7%. Okay. And then they received $2,310 for that 7%. Well, to me, when you do the math here, we were at 100,000. And 7% of 100,000 would be $7,000, not 2,300. But you see that 2,300, it really pushed the price all the way down here. Okay. And immediately, right after that, right after they did that, their referral below them did the same thing. This referral here, they also had about 7% of a coin. And that, so in both cases, now they both have zero. So they can't sell anymore. They don't have it. And this one got $470, nowhere near 2,310. Okay. So this is the other one that sold here. So I just want you to realize, guys, how much these guys have hurt themselves. So I want to make the case how sellers hurt themselves, and I want you to really understand what pool funding is all about. And I want you to avoid hurting yourself by selling prematurely. Okay. When you take a look at our three stages of market price development, our first stage is to hit our price targets. Okay. The second stage is create price stability. Our third stage is economic development, which will continue to help us hit new all-time highs ongoing. Okay. And these are overlapping stages, by the way. But when it comes to this first stage right here, our strategy here is low liquidity, allowing us for sharp price action. Okay. And you can see that in the chart. Okay. You can see the sharp price action here. Like, look how fast it goes up. But it cuts both ways, guys. Look how fast it can go down. So two guys here, one sold, 2,300, the other one sold about, $470. Those two guys made the price go from 100,000 all the way down to 6,000, and we are currently sitting at as of right now 47,058. So you can see here that we're moving up quickly again up to where we were. It won't take long for us to recover because like the whales love it right now. The whales love the fact that they can buy cheap and then get a lot more coin for less price. And the more coin you have, that's the name of the game, right? The more coin you have. Okay. But you need to realize that when a person makes a decision to do this, a couple of things are going to happen. Okay. One is they've just cut themselves off from the $3,000 a month giveaway. So instead of getting 3,000 month after month after month after month after month, they are now not getting anything from now on. Okay. Because they already collected something ahead of time. Okay. They've already got theirs. Okay. They got theirs. They sold. And we're not going to be continue to supply them more coin for them to sell. No way, no way, not going to happen. So to me, why would you collect 2,300 now when you could be getting $3,000 a month of an appreciating coin, a coin that's going up in value? That doesn't even make sense. All right. The next thing you need to know is that people that sell at the wrong time, basically they're shortchanging themselves. Okay. They're accepting pennies on the dollar when they could just wait for us to hit our price stability. Imagine, all things being equal, $100,000. Imagine if they got $7,000 instead of 2,300 because we have price stability. But realize, we have price targets. Okay. If you look at our price target for PFS, it is $2 million. So what's 7% of 2 million? That's 140,000. So $140,000 coupled with price stability, 7% of a coin, at 2 million, 140,000. So they basically walked away from $3,000 a month. They walked away from $140,000 that they could have got, during price stability. Okay, which is coming soon, and and basically they kind of created an ugly chart. Okay, chart doesn't look that great. When you see a big gouge like that, that's like, it can be concerning, but the fact that we're recovering so quickly shows there's nothing to be concerned about here. Okay. We are going to recover fully. We're going to get to our price target. I can assure you of that. But now I hope it makes a lot more sense to all of you why we had to stop distributing the coin. What we put that on pause because we wanted to sort out everyone. Okay. Before we turned it back on. And yeah, now we're turning it back on, but it's going in stages. We got, batch one, batch two, batch three. So we're going in stages on turning it back on because we need to make sure that people understand that they're making a commitment, to not sell. Okay. Do you know what's better than selling is actually borrowing against your coin? Okay. So let me share my screen. The best thing to do is borrow against the coin. Okay, and you can watch the video. I put this onto our Wall of Joy, this video here, how to lend crypto. You learn about this, guys. Start to educate yourself on how you could use coin to actually get money by borrowing against it, and that's how you're going to come out ahead. That way, you keep the coin that's appreciating, and when you pay back the loan, you get all of your coin back and you haven't lost anything and you're just in a position to gain. But do remember that we have 4 price targets. PFI, our price target is $500,000. PFP, our price target is 1 million. PFS, the price target is 2 million. And price target for PFG is 4 million. Okay. We need to hit all 4 of those price targets, before any selling should take place. Because don't ever forget, selling hurts. And who's it hurt the person the most? It hurts the person selling. So the seller themselves are hurting themselves by selling because they're just, they're basically, eliminating. Oh, let me show you one more thing. Just take another look here, what people are giving up here when they sell prematurely. So basically, you can see here, like in the case here, this person had 60%. Okay, 60, not 7, 60% of a PFS coin. So what's 60% of a million? That'd be 600,000. What's the 60% of 2 million, our price target? That would be $1.2 million, right? So this person was willing to accept chump change, okay? Chump change, the 2,000 today, and never be able to get their access to that the $1.2 million that would have been there for them, which they could have been able to borrow against it once that becomes available. And that's going to become available when we reach our economic development stage. Okay. So believe it, all these things are going to happen a lot sooner than some of you realize. And so you need to understand that pool funding is here to help you. But help me, help you, and for goodness sake, help yourself by being smart. Do not shortchange yourself by prematurely selling hang in there and realize with 100% commission, you should have more than an opportunity to be able to provide for yourself using the 100% commission offer that we have here. And that means you don't have to sell any of your coins. You can just sit on your coins and let them grow and develop in value, and realize that we have ongoing price targets. Everything's kind of planned out, for where we're heading with the value of our coin. So we expect our coin to go up and up and up year after year after year, right? As from one price target to the next to the next. And that means that holding the coin is the smartest thing you can do. And then if needed in the future, if you want to borrow against it, you'll have that option. And then that, again, you're not selling and you're not impacting the market, right? You're not going in there and bringing the price down in the market when you lend the coin out, as collateral. Okay. So if you follow our training, you're going to come out ahead. If you don't listen, you're going to end up doing something that's going to, it's going to look bad on the chart. It's going to look bad in the community. And you're gonna, the first thing that happens when a person sells, we reach out to them, try to talk to them. Then the next thing we do is we reach out to the sponsor and talk to them, and that's what we did here. We reached out to everyone, and then we try to have a conversation about what happened, because a lot of people may not realize what they're doing to themselves. So for goodness sake, just realize that selling hurts, and who's it hurt the most? The seller. Okay. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.